Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Ruth. I am Seamstress Ruth on Instagram. Lovely to have you here. This is my first YouTube video, so I'm going to try really hard to look at the camera and not at myself on the screen because I know that's really annoying. I'm going to do my best, but you might have to bear with me a bit on that. So there you go, I did it already, look at that. So I don't know about you, but I love watching sewing vloggers on YouTube. I've got my core group of favourites that I watch week in, week out, and I get so much inspiration from them and they keep me entertained. So I thought I'd jump on and see if I can try and emulate some of their wonderful content myself. So I guess I should tell you what I'm wearing because it seems to be that that's the thing to do at the start of your vlog. So today I am wearing a toaster sweater. I think this is a toaster sweater 1 with the higher neckband. It's made in some Mind the Maker fabric that I recently bought from Minerva. It was on sale, so I got it for a good price, but I also joined the Minerva Craft Club, so I got a bit of an extra discount on top as well, so it was really good value. I ended up getting about 2 meters for the price of 1 meter, so I was really pleased with that. I'm also wearing, which you can't see, but maybe we'll try this, see how this works. I'm also wearing, you can't really see it very well, but it's a Sew Over It Ava skirt in some really lovely black needle cord. And the needle cord is from Stitch Fabrics. I bought that at the Knitting and Stitching show, the one in October at Alexandra Palace. So that was just the sort of last bit that they had on the roll. There was about 1.4 meters, I think, which is plenty for an Ava skirt. And they did it me for about £8. So this outfit's a bit of a bargain actually. So yeah, really pleased with that. Future me doing a bit of editing here. I'm just going to apologise if you can hear any snuffly sort of noises. It's my dog Frank. This is my desk, my work from home desk and my sewing desk, and for most of the day Frank sleeps by my feet underneath. He's a French bulldog and he's very noisy, very snuffly, so yeah, you might hear him throughout any of these videos. So if you hear any odd noises, you know what it is. It's just Frank. Okay, so what have I been making lately? My most recent make I actually only finished last night, and it is the Ava skirt that I'm wearing now. So that is a pattern by Sew Over It. I've got the instruction book here, so I'll show you the picture. It's just a really nice, simple A-line skirt. You can put pockets in it. I didn't put pockets in it this time, but you can do. It's got darts on the front and darts on the back, and a zip and a separate waistband. So it says that this pattern is for an absolute beginner. I'm not really sure I agree with that, to be honest. I'd say the construction is fairly simple, but there is a zip to put in, and although the instructions for the zip in this pattern are great, I still wouldn't say that's an absolute beginner sewing task. It might be a bit daunting, but the instructions are great and it goes in really nicely. I've made this 3 times now, and every time I seem to have a problem with the waistband. Everything goes smoothly up until I'm attaching the waistband to the skirt, and then I realise that the waistband is too short. I must have not written down any notes the first 2 times that I made it, because I still got to that same point with this one, and I was so frustrated because I thought, oh, if I'd have reminded myself of that, I could have just cut out a longer one to start with. But as it happens, I didn't. So what I did was unpicked the original waistband. Luckily, I had enough of that fabric left. Like I said, I got about 1.4 meters, so I had plenty to cut out a new waistband. So that's what I did. I probably added about another 4 inches in length to the waistband, and then followed the instructions as I had done previously, to reattach it. It gave me a little bit more wiggle room, so I was able to get it on, but I think I would still probably lengthen it a little bit more next time. You have to do some kind of sort of folding technique and give yourself room to put a hook and bar fastening at the top, and I haven't really got enough room for that, even though I did extend the waistband a bit. So yeah, next time I'll either extend it a bit longer, or what I have seen is that a few other people who've made it have actually not put the zip in when the instructions tell you to put the zip in, but they've waited until they've got right to the end, they've put their waistband on, and then they've put an invisible zip right up to the top of the waistband. And that seems like a really good idea, because I think you'll get a lovely neat finish if you do that. So I might try that again on another one. If that doesn't work, I think I might just have to look for another A-line skirt pattern, because like I said, this is my third one now and I can't get this waistband right. It's frustrating because it's a nice shape skirt and I like wearing sort of A-line skirts, denim or corduroy, or you know, nice wintry fabrics in A-line shapes, but this doesn't seem to be working for me. So I'll give it one more go and then maybe have to find something else if it doesn't work. So if you've got any tips or ideas on other patterns that I could try, or if you've made the Ava skirt and you've managed to get the waistband to fit and you've got your bar clasp on the back nicely, then I'd love to know how you did it. That'd be really helpful. So the other thing that I have finished making recently is my very first Nina Lee Bakerloo dress. So I haven't made the dress or the blouse before, so I thought I'd give that a go. Now it's kind of getting a bit wintry. So I used this red sort of spotty fabric, and this is a viscose crepe from Rainbow Fabrics. It's really lovely, it drapes really nice, and it was great to sew. So I like the collar on this pattern, that's what drew me to it really, but I wasn't really a fan of the gathered skirt. I kind of feel like I'm over the gathered skirts a bit now. I want to try something else. So I had a really good look through the hashtag for the Bakerloo blouse and dress on Instagram to see if I could get any ideas, and I came across one version and I absolutely fell in love with it. It was, I'll put the lady's name in at the bottom so you can go and have a look at it if you want, because I don't want you to think this was my idea. I've kind of copied her because it was so nice. But what she'd done was use the blouse pattern and then just extend that down to create a sort of A-line shape dress. There's a bit of a theme here, isn't there, with A-lines? But I thought that was such a great idea. You still got the great big frilly collar, but you didn't have the additional sort of poof around the middle. So that's what I did. I think I lengthened the blouse pattern to a total of about 35 inches. It was a bit of a test. I wasn't quite sure how long I'd need it, but I thought I'd start there and I could always hem it to the length that I wanted if that was too long. The other thing I did was take some width out of the sleeves. They're very wide and voluminous, and so I took about, well, I overlapped the centre by about 1 inch, just to reduce that puffiness down a little bit. And then I also found that I needed to shorten the sleeves a little because I didn't use the sleeve facing. Instead, I just made a small elastic, a small channel for some narrow elastic to go around the cuff. So I probably shortened the sleeves by about 2 inches. That might have been a little bit too much. I think 1.5 inches would probably have been enough. But yeah, there we go, I went with 2. So it works. It's not too short, but I think just that extra ½ inch would have made it maybe a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, I ended up, once it was finished, I chopped about 1 inch off the hem at the bottom and then hemmed it up by, was it, about 2.5 inches as well. So I probably didn't need the whole 35 inches length. I could have maybe gone with a little bit less, but it's got a nice deep hem on it now, which I quite like. It helps it to hang nicely, and I love it. I'm really, really pleased with it. So I know you can't see it full length, but I'll try and put a picture in if I can figure out how to do that. One thing to tell you is that I signed up for the Specky Seamstress bias tape subscription. So I just got the first one through as I was finishing making this dress. So I was able to use the bias tape on the inside of the neckline. So I'll try and show you. It's this really cute lilac bias tape, and it's got sewing machines all the way around. So that's lovely. I'll get one of those every month, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so that's my Bakerloo, my first Bakerloo. Very, very happy. That's all I've been making really this week, but I mean, that's quite a lot, isn't it? A whole dress and a skirt with a zip, so I'm pretty pleased with that. So I've told you what I'm wearing, I've told you what I've made, and now I'll share with you what I've been up to this week outside of sewing. So yeah, I work full time. I work from home most of the time, as I said, but it was half term here last week. So I had a couple of days off, had Thursday and Friday off. Thursday, I spent the day with my youngest son. He's 12, so we went to get his haircut and went to the coffee shop and just had a nice day together, which doesn't happen all that often anymore because, yeah, he's at that age, I suppose, where he'd rather be playing with his mates than hanging out with his mum, so it was nice to have a day with him. And then on Friday, I went to the Creative Craft show at the NEC. That was a really nice day out, and I went with my sewing friends. People that you will definitely know are Adele from Sew for Serenity and Becky from What Beck Sews, and also Shannon from the Sewing Warehouse. So I met her for the first time on Friday. She's very nice. And then I've got lots of other lovely friends who all go to a sewing social, which is run by Sally, and she is the Staffordshire Sewist on Instagram. So if you don't check her out, go check her out. She's one of the loveliest people that you can ever meet. She's a really, really nice lady, and she has set up the Staffordshire social. And there's a great bunch of us that go and meet once a month and have a lovely day sewing. So we all went to the NEC together on Friday, did a bit of shopping, a bit of mooching. There wasn't really a great deal there for dressmaking. There was lots of other craft things there, and there was lots of Christmassy stuff. So, you know, lots of people trying to sell their lovely wares for Christmas. So I did buy a few bits. I bought some earrings. One is a moon and the other one is a star. I didn't get a card, so I can't really tell you who I got them from, but they're very nice. Yeah, there's lots of things, yummy things to taste and yummy drinks to try. So yeah, really nice day out on Friday. And then this Saturday coming is our social, so I'll get to see all those lovely ladies again, and we'll have a nice time sewing and chatting. So I guess my final thing to leave you with is my plans for the week ahead. I've got a couple of plans. They're quite loose plans at the moment, so they may happen or something else that I think of might take over. But at the moment, I'm thinking about making another version of the blouse by the Avid seamstress. I recently made one of those for my Sew Upcycle 23 entry, and I'm so pleased with how it turned out. It's a really, really lovely pattern. Sort of nice classic shaped blouse with a sort of grandad collar, no darts. It's not too fussy, but it's sort of really nice, classy shape. So I've got this really beautiful cotton lawn fabric. It's got sort of various shades of purple and plum and little green leaves in the background. And also got this from Stitch Fabrics at the Knitting and Stitching show, and I think I might make this into another version of the blouse. So this is one of those sort of Liberty, not Liberty fabrics, so I don't really know if it is, but whatever it is, it's very nice. So that might become one of those blouses. The second fabric that I've got, I also bought from the Knitting and Stitching show from Fabric Godmother, and it's this sort of viscose crepe, I think it is. It's had a wash, and yes, it's been in the tumble dryer, which is probably a bit naughty, but it's come out really nice and soft, and I do love the colours in this one. I think I may make another Bakerloo dress, but if I don't, I might make a blouse of some sort. Not the blouse, another, maybe a patina blouse or something I haven't tried before, because although this is a lovely print, it might be a bit full on, sort of a whole dress, top and bottom. I've got enough fabric, I bought plenty, but yeah, I'll have to have a think whether that's too much or whether it would, I can pull it off. So I think that's probably where I'll leave you for today. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope there aren't too many fluff ups in this video. And yeah, I will try and bring you some more interesting content soon. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.